Everybody, welcome back to another Adobe Premiere Pro tutorial. This one, I'm going to show you how to color correct to create footage that looks cinematic. Now, a lot of us amateur filmmakers and professional filmmakers, we take shots, we get nice shots, but we want to make it look like it belongs in a movie. And how do you do that? Well, there's a few things, but inside Premiere Pro CC, there's a couple things we can do. So let's just get right on this turtle. The first thing here is you're going to see I've got some pre-selected footage, and it's just some dude or girl walking in a forest, being all sort of semi-creepy, as you can see here. And that's what we're going to use. I'm going to mute the sound here because it can be a little bit disturbing. Also, I selected stock footage because that way you guys can work along with me if you want to. So if you want to do this with me, you can go to videos.pexels.com, and I'll put the link in the description below, but there it is. And it's basically called Walking Around the Forest. So there you go. You guys can work with me. Let's get right into this. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to look for an effect. And to do that, you want to make sure up here, first off, that effects has a check mark behind it, or beside it, pardon me. And then wherever the effects is in your setup, you want to go there. So let's go to effects. Here it is for me. And I'm going to go ahead and type in Lumetri. Now, this is a badass Russian sounded dude. No, Lumetri is color correction. And now, real quickly here, when you type that in, you might see what I see here, which is a bunch of presets. Guys, these are really, really good. And they come with Adobe CC. I think they come in all the CC packages for sure, 2018, which is what I'm using. But you know what? You can look through them, and if you see something that you like, you can just drag and drop it and apply it to your footage. And if you get what you want, bang, maybe job done. Let's just see what that looks like, just to do it. Poof! That is actually kind of cinematic. And bang, maybe that's it. That's all you need. I don't know. But I'm going to show you how to do it manually, because I'm going to assume that you want to, figure it out on your own here and work out your own unique approach. So you want to throw in Lumetri Colour. I'm going to drag and drop that and put that on my little timeline here, and you will notice that nothing happened. That is to be expected. No need to panic. Next, you want to go to Effect Controls. If you don't have that open default, just make sure little check marks beside Effect Controls. Now, you want to kind of go through this. The first bit here is motion. We don't want anything to do with emotion. Emotion, not emotion, motion. We want to go to Lumetri Colour. That's the one. Now, I'm going to do something that you probably shouldn't do unless you're, doing a teaching video, but I'm going to draw a mask because I want to have the left side being the original footage and the right side being the changed up footage, so you guys can see kind of in real time what it looks like. Let's go ahead and just do that real quickly here. I'm just going to go to 50. Let's go to 25%. I'm going to take this little free draw Bezier tool, and I'm just going to basically chop this thing in half. So I'm just going to mask, and you can draw outside the lines. That doesn't matter. Boom. Okay, so the right side is masked, the left side is not masked. I'm going to close that off. This is not part of the tutorial that you guys will need to do. This is just for demonstration. Now, when you click on your Lumetri Colour, you're going to see that you've got a bunch of different options: basic correction, creative, curves, etc., etc. I'm just going to go take a look at effects, and let's see if I got Lumetri Colour over here. I do. So now I'm switching over to Window, and from Workspaces, I'm going into the Effects workspace. Over here, you're going to see Lumetri Colour, and when I click on that bad boy, well, it's a little bit more user-friendly than the other side. The next step, I'm going to fit it back to 100% so that we're working inside the whole thing, and I'm just going to drag this over a bit because that's not really too necessary. Okay, we're getting close here, guys. Now, you're going to see here on the right side that we're working inside. It's also on the left side here, but it's a little bit better user interface on the right side here. And you're going to see here we can start making some serious changes to it. Let's go ahead and start with temperature. This is a big one inside of color correction. Now, this has actually already got kind of like a bluish tinge to it, which is, if we're trying to make a scary movie or like a scary suspense horror movie, that's kind of the direction you want to go. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep with this, and I'm going to go ahead and add in, I'm going to just change it up a bit. Now, if I go like crazy on this, like way low, you're going to see here why I drew the mask, because we've got the right side, which has got all the temperature adjustment to it, and then the left side, which is the standard footage. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop that. I'm going to drop that a little bit, make it a little bluer. You can also add a tint if you want to be purple or green or whatever. This is actually really useful if you're doing like an autumn scene where you want it to be brown leaves and stuff like that. But let's just leave that as is for now. I generally increase exposure, but in this case I'm going to decrease it because we're going for a bit of an evening scary look. So I'm decreasing the exposure. I'm going to increase the contrast a bit. Actually, how's that looking? Yeah, let's go a little bit up there. I'm going to change the highlights. You know what? I'm going to increase the highlights. The shadows are going to go down a bit because we want it to be darker. And you guys basically see what I'm doing here. Every single project is different, but what you're looking for is specific to you. You know better than I do what you want, if you want to increase the whites or decrease the whites. But here is how we go ahead and radically adjust. I'm going to decrease the blacks, increase the whites, because that's the kind of look I'm going for, not because I'm racist. Just kidding. That was a bad joke, but whatever. I tried. And yeah, we're going to go down a little bit further. We're going to go into creative. And here we can sharpen, add some vibrance, add some saturation. I kind of like the sharpen look. It looks good to me. Increase some saturation. What do you think, guys? Actually, that's looking pretty good. It's a little bit blue, but you know what? In a film, that's often what the scary movies go for. They go for that really cool bluey with bright white scary look. So you know what? Maybe we're getting close to where we want to be. Curves, every guy likes that. You're going to notice here that there are 4 sets of curves here, so you can work on the white, red, green, and blue channels. The white is usually the one most people work on, but again, you can go ahead and make changes as you see fit. So if I pull that bad boy down, it gets really dark. And if I pull it up, well, it gets a little lighter. I'm going to maybe just do some slight changes. What do you guys think? Does that look about right? Not 100% sure on that part. We're going to change the blue. I think the blue is pretty overdoing it. So maybe I'm going to just drop the blue a bit because it's blue as hell. Like this is a Smurf. So there, okay, that's, yeah, so maybe down just a smidgen. There's not a whole lot of changes, as you guys can see here. And also, as we make changes, you're going to see this is the middle line is obviously the medium or the median, and then the little changes are where we've gone, you know, outside on the different curves. And guys, this is how you can make some pretty wild changes to your footage. You've also got the color wheels here. I'm not going to go too far here, but you know, the shadows, maybe we want to add some into the shadows. Let's maybe make the shadows a bit bluer. Whoa, too blue. Whoa, that's like a Madonna song. No, that was True. No, I don't friggin' know. I don't know because I'm a dude. I don't listen to Madonna. Come on. But anyways, guys, you want to add in some highlights with some, you know, some changes. This moves very, very slowly. But this is how you guys go ahead and make changes, make your footage look cinematic. Again, if you get footage that you didn't like outside of on your first take, go ahead and make these changes. It makes a huge difference. Let's go ahead and actually just take this stupid mask off. This is it. Take the mask off, Scooby-Doo. All right. So this is it without the mask. And irregular footage with the changes adjusted to it. Now, if you guys want to go further and you want to add some light or decrease the lighting in this shot, this is the second most common thing where if you're outside filming, especially at night, and you don't have enough light or you've got too much lighting because it's in the daytime, you can make changes to the lighting. I might as well show you how to do it while I got you here. Okay, this is a bit of a mess down here. So let's just go ahead and open up my effects panel. Where the heck did it go? It's there it is, but that's not what I want. So let's just go back to workspaces, and we're going to go back to editing, and effects is kind of like it down here. And basically I'll do it real quickly here, but this is really important. You want to type in lighting, and then don't go to lighting. There's one called just straight up lighting, which we don't want. We want lighting effects. And we want to drag and drop that on here. And it's going to give a very weird look here. That's okay. Do not panic. We can fix this quickly. In the lighting effects, now we can go ahead and switch on the light to a different style. This kind of has a flashlight look. Don't panic. You want to go to light 1, drop that down, and quickly change that from spotlight to directional. When you do that, we've just added light to the scene. Like, I mean, this is like right out of the Bible, Genesis stuff. Boom! And then there was light stuff. Turn it off, turn it on. There we go. We're on our way, guys. Now, the biggest thing here is the intensity. There's lots of things you can mess around with, but really you want to just sort of stick to this one here, intensity. Depending on your shot and what look you are looking for. If you are looking for like really dark stuff because it's like pitch black almost, but you've got some, sort of bit of light there, you go down deep and you go into the lows. If you want to go up and like make it really, really bright, like it's like a scene from heaven or something, I don't know, increase the light there. But these two features, the Lumetri Colour and the lighting effects, with those two things alone, you can take any footage and completely change it, make it look cinematic. Now I'll turn it off and let's just take a quick look. Lumetri Colour's off and the lighting effects off. That's our original footage. Lumetri Colour applied, lighting colored applied. That looks like it belongs in a movie, if you ask me, guys. That's how you do it. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I got a lot more stuff coming up, and I'll be back soon. Cheers.